So Apple yesterday introduced iOS 12, and there's just quite a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's get started. So iOS 12 is compatible with these devices, from the iPhone 5s to the iPhone 10, and yes, that's including the iPhone SE. And on the iPad, users that have an iPad mini 2 to above will also be able to upgrade, and also the iPod 7th generation. So if you have a pretty old device such as the iPad mini 2 or the iPhone 5s, with iOS 12 it will feel like a new phone. And that is because Apple has seriously been focusing on performance. Apple said yesterday that your device could feel up to 2 times faster. Now FaceTime, group FaceTime, which is honestly a features you guys know that I was really waiting for. Now, to be honest, I was kind of expecting group FaceTime for finally on iOS 12, but I was expecting, that you could FaceTime, max like 6 people, 5 people, but no. You can actually FaceTime up to 32 people, which is kind of chaotic, but it's awesome. I mean, I can't wait to group FaceTime. A feature that I really enjoyed is when you're FaceTiming with more than one person, the person who's actually talking will be bigger than the rest. Apple has also added 3 new animojis, including the T-Rex, the koala, and the ghost animoji, which is just awesome. Yesterday, Memoji was introduced as well, which is kind of a knockoff from Samsung's Animoji, let's call it. But I mean, Samsung just did it really creepy. I mean, I installed the beta on my phone, and it's honestly really expressive. It's also very customizable, so you can change your hair, your eyes, your face. You can even put glasses and hats on. Like this, you can make it even more like yourself. We can also use camera effects now, so you can do things such as this. You can use Animoji in the camera app, or you can also add stickers from iMessage to a photo that you can take. This is honestly a pretty fun feature, and I think I'm going to use it a lot. Apple also introduced ARKit 2, which basically makes it possible for developers to create more immersive augmented reality experiences. Now, to be honest, I think Apple heard me when I said this. I feel like in today's society, all of us are using our phones so much, and I think if we actually look at the numbers, if we actually see how the crazy amount of hours that we have and that we are spending in front of our phones, it's crazy. Yes, today's society, I mean including me, we're spending too much time on Twitter, on Instagram, so Apple has made this easy. You can now literally tell your iPhone, hey, I only want to be using Instagram for 1 hour during the whole day, or 30 minutes. So now when you're about to pass your Instagram limit, your iPhone will tell you, hey, you should stop using it now, which is awesome. I mean, I feel like I'm going to use this a lot. Personally, I'm going to put limits, for example, on YouTube. I mean, I love YouTube, but I feel like sometimes I'm watching way too many YouTube videos. So hopefully my iPhone will be making me use my iPhone less. Also, Apple talked about how this could be useful, for example, in parental control. So if you're a dad and your son is always using a certain game or is always playing games, you can literally set your iPad to only play games for 1 hour, 30 minutes, it's up to you. The Photos app has also been getting some updates. There is now a For You tab, which will basically, your iPhone will try to show you photos that you might want to look at that moment. Apple also launched sharing suggestions, which is honestly a feature that is just genius. I mean, for example, this weekend, I went to Morocco with my family, and we took a lot of photos. So your iPhone with iOS 12 would be like, hey, why don't you share these photos with your mom and with your sisters? And then an iOS 12 with my mom and my sisters would be like, hey, why don't you share your photos with? So all of those photos would be on the same album, which is honestly, photos always get lost, and they're always going to be in one album, which is just great. Siri also got a little bit smarter by releasing Siri shortcuts. It's kind of like IFTT, I think that's what it's called. So you can basically tell Siri to do whatever you want. So you can program Siri to do certain things. So for example, I'm going to use it, for example, whenever I say, Siri, good morning, Siri could text my girlfriend, good morning. It could turn on my lights, it could turn on my fan. So I could do certain things, and it's going to be awesome. So Siri now is as useful as you make it. So if you have a lot of recipes, if you have a lot of shortcuts, Siri could actually be really useful. iBooks has now been renamed to Apple Books, and Apple Books has had a serious redesign. Also, now the Stocks app and the Voice Memos app is now available on the iPad. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the most important new features in iOS 12. If you guys want to download the iOS 12 beta, I actually made a video already on that, so links will be down below if you guys actually want to install the iOS 12 beta. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit this button right here or the one down below. If you guys want to help support the channel and buy some awesome t-shirts, make sure to check out appleworldclothing.com. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.